Hello, I'm Ascat to Mask, broadcasting to you live on the always online Warcraft 3 Refunded. Previously reshaded edition, because there's no fucking way I'd give Blizzard a dime. So here we are. What's the occasion, you wonder? I haven't fucking casted a game since, I don't know, forever ago. Well, the occasion is that I just spent an entire fucking week working dawn to dusk. And I'll have a roof over my head for another month or two, maybe. So it's time to celebrate. So I didn't know I had this replay. I looked in the folder and it's like 2019 last replay, and I'm like, oh, guess we don't got it. But I guess Warcraft 3 Refunded saves its replays in different locations than it previously did. Even though that folder does have stuff in it from 2021, I don't fucking know. Blizzard started playing around with folders, and then they contracted the TISM, and here we are. Alright, we'll start this game. So, uninstall Adobe Flash. Bladestorm model by Razorclaw Axe. Defeat the enemy Axe to win. Balanced by Axe. Alright, I'm gonna pause this for a second. You can't hide this. LOL. You can't set it to all vision either, huh? It's not P for pause. So they didn't. I just thought there was an. I guess I'm thinking of StarCraft too, huh? Okay. Let me preface this then. I always thought there was replay vision for everyone. I must be very wrong. I guess. Hang on, let me check our hotkeys here. We're all doing this on the wire here. Okay. I always thought there was a way to view everything on the map, but I guess not. Oh, well. No, I guess we'll just go where we're going. So anyways, the party is pretty much lined up here. So on the right side, we have myself. We have Zilla with a dash. The dash is gone. Someone has stolen it from him, just like his bike. We have Q10 Menace. He's an individual that is green. So he's the color of weed, and Zilla's probably going to smoke him. Then on the left side of the map, we have an emu. We have Higgs. We have a Frenchman. I wanted to cast this game because, well, no really particular reason, just mostly because it has a Frenchman in it, right? So it's going to be kind of difficult to swap between the players when none of the hotkeys work like I figured they would. And I guess we have auto camera, which I think, oh, auto camera shows us the whole map, right? Well, it revealed the whole map. I think it would show all of Ricky, though. But, hey, it showed the whole map. Oh, Fog of War was on, that's why. All right, I'm really paying attention. I thought that there was still, like, in every player, though, that I'm just thinking of StarCraft 2, I think. Well, whatever. It works. So we have, Ricky is, gonna go AoE like he always does. Emu is going some kind of physical damage, and HKS is also going some kind of physical damage. So, I was very tired in this game, but I decided I would put in some effort in the game. Unlike the previous two maps, which were just very sleepy. So, I'm going Carrion Swarm, Chain Lightning into Divine Shield. Those are going to be the main things we see from this time. So Ricky is going to take Carrion Swarm and Shockwave. I'm not really sure about Q. Q goes kind of a physical damage, and Zilla goes weeds. Yeah, Zilla goes weed. So our initial lanes end up with Ricky against Zilla. Ricky is getting harassed. I don't think Zilla has played this game since the 90s. I certainly haven't seen him since the 90s. I think he's been too busy, like, sneaking around Labyrinth's shop stealing weed and then smoking it. Zilla stole the, or Bill stole the coin. I always get Bill and Zilla mixed up, and I don't know why. So this hero does have a kind of shitty orb passive, but it's better than a lot of the other passives in the game, especially early on. It gives you a little bit of extra damage for last hitting and whatever. I think Q's going to take Acid Bomb, which is extremely powerful, especially later on. Ricky really, really, really wanted to shockwave the tower. Really wanted to shockwave the tower. He did 100 damage to it. But Zilla was denied the killing blow. So, Bill eventually leaves. He got kind of harassed a little bit. Pooley apparently came out twice when it should have only come out once. Well, Refunded is full of an insane amount of bugs, and it won't surprise me if the replay just ends up desyncing because, well, Malaysia wasn't particularly keen on quality. This is often the case. So, they pulled me early on, and end up buying, I think, early Demolisher, early Wolf Rider, and maybe Headhunter, something like that, just the cheap ones. Since we were pushing early on, and I was taking AoE, I figured the Demolishers would help a little bit. And the problem is that Orcs, early on, their towers... oh, I guess they're both heavy now. I think that's actually a change that Mucky or Q did to the map. Is before the human towers were fortified and the horde ones weren't. I remember that, and the fortified early upgrade was like really important for horde, but I guess that got fixed in the sense that they're both heavy now. Meanwhile, Ricky is French. So, down in the bottom, Emias will attempt to trade with me quite often, but he doesn't do any damage. So, as long as I have mana, I will always come out on trade, but his cold arrows does outrange me a little bit. So, there's like once or twice he gets a couple of extra auto attacks in when I'm running away, but I don't think it's really as effective as he wanted it to be. Mid lane, I guess HKS is going all passive shit. Ah! What the hell is this? Weasel Slash. Yes, the messages are coming out twice. Wow, Malaysia really put a lot of effort into updating this product. So here comes Bill. Bill took that damage, but my skill levels are not very high. So it does cost a lot of mana to trade early on, though. HKS takes a fuck ton of tower damage. Ricky's still going for those. Now remember, Ricky is French. It's very important to note that Ricky is in fact French. WSAD doesn't work. Oh, the arrow keys work. There's no smoothing, though. Well, I don't trust the auto camera in Warcraft 3, so hopefully the camera's not too annoying. Meanwhile, Bill is attempting to be sassy, and I'm attempting to be sassy back. I'm really just trying to deny him last hit opportunities here. Oh, and then out goes... Divine Shield is so fucking stupid. So, Bill really doesn't have much killing threat because he doesn't have any active abilities, but I don't want to get too low because he could dive the towers. So I don't use voice chat because they use Discord And I don't really want to have any more Chinese spyware on my computer than I really need. So, Ricky... I'm just not really sure. Well, I'm sure there was some French screaming that I missed out on. Oh! HKS really wants that tower. He might die for the effort.
I'm waiting.
So, Ricky has already died twice, I think. He has the most kills, though. Right? He's got 1 hero kill. So does Zilla. So... I also don't have much killing threat on Bill, so neither of us are really accomplishing anything. But... Man, the CS is so low. I don't even try to go for CS in this, really. I used to, but... Whenever I play a caster, this animations are so slow, I could fall asleep in that time it takes to try to last hit something. Although it definitely helps a lot, especially early on. So, no, I was more interested in just making sure I was there to collect experience from stuff dying. Levels are more important than anything for me at the moment. So, Ricky has arrived. Zilla apply a soul burn. Does use a chunk of his mana. Doesn't do too much damage. But it is annoying. Zilla runs through the wave so he can take the damage along with the wave. Oh, shit. Oh, Zilla's going all in! Oh, get the gold! Get the gold! Get, oh, Zilla, no! Zilla escapes. Oh no, there's no tower. Zilla, where are you going? Where are you going? No! Zilla! No! Well... I think Zilla, realized he hadn't taken a hit from his bong. And he was, throwing all the munchies and stuff off of his desk, trying to get to the bong. And he just kind of went north instead of south, and then a Frenchman ran over and just spread bagel crumbs all over his face. So HKS has got some attack speed. Going for some attack speed. He's got some kind of strategy in mind. So, at this stage, Bill has been getting harassed more and more as time has gone on. His last hits haven't gone up at all. I'm starting to slowly go up, but I'm not really spending my stuff a lot right now. My mana. I kind of burn a little bit, but... Oh my god. Fucking Ricky Honejasi. You can't go back and replays on this. Oh, HKS got Dispel. He got Dispel. That's interesting. For the debuff from Acid Bomb. Ricky revives. Ricky doesn't go back. Ricky dies and then goes back. That's his way of reviving. So, Ricky ends up taking Windwalk. Bill pings down here. So, I've returned. I actually didn't level most of my skills that well on this. I was prioritizing in Carrion Swarm, but Chain Lightning... didn't take upgrades for a long time, and Divine Shield was left as level 1 for a very long time. Mostly because I didn't really need it. I ended up saving gold at some point for a Sobi mask because I didn't really want to take Brilliance Aura either. Meanwhile, Ricky Honejasi fighting the Strength Caster. Slurped all of his mana. What the hell? There's a Weasel Slash. That must be the... I thought his passive was a jump. Must be wrong. We did get the lumber bonus. It was pretty epic. I did not get the last hit on that. There's a range difference. He does outrange me a little bit, but not really a heck of a lot of damage. This hero is kind of fat. There is a little bit of strength. Dexterity is more valuable later on, but early on, strength is quite nice to have. 42 intellect. Quite smart. Bill has to run away again. Every time I do that, it pushes the wave. Mid lane has been kind of going nowhere. HKS does have the 2 towers down. So as you can see, I take the early upgrades. The damage and armor, they make a huge difference early on. Ricky almost never buys those early. And usually the game swings a lot when I take those. But there wasn't really an extensive amount of pooling going on at this stage. Sometimes Q or Zilla would buy an upgrade on their own. But there wasn't like a huge amount. I wasn't really asking for pools for a lot in this. I didn't really feel like I aggressively needed to pool. So Ricky comes out here and burns some of his mana kind of needlessly. Ricky is, of course, very French. So that means he is extremely thirsty. The bagels that he eats are very, very salty. And it makes it really, really, really thirsty. So that means he will chase forever. However, because he has been focusing more on AoE and has been actively wave clearing more, his kills are significantly higher than mine at this point. Also, generally speaking, horde units are easier to AoE than human ones. Meanwhile, in top lane, Zilla throws up on Bill and Bill dies. He got smoked out. So let's flip over here, because I was curious what Q is buying all this time. We can't really see his skills, but I'm pretty sure one is Windwalk. And one is... he was buying some upgrades, yeah. One was Windwalk. And then he bought some auras. Zilla was buying auras. They were just kind of mix of whatever. Zilla doesn't have any auras at this point, though. Grumash has taken up wizardry. CBT wizardry. So once I get Carrion Swarm to like level 4 is when I start using it more aggressively to push the wave. You pretty much just want to hit the casters with it because most of the other shit is too fat. Meanwhile, Ricky is dying. Zilla like sneezed on him and then ran away. I'm not sure what Bill's doing. Bill's got some kind of strategy. He does have Unholy Aura. Or is that somebody else that has Unholy Aura? He has Unholy Aura. Is that a debuff? I forget what that even does. I thought it was like regeneration and shit. I was curious why Bill had the effects of it. So HKS starts creeping. He ends up taking Amulet of Spell Shield. And is trying to get some tombs. And maybe some items early on. Problem being, since he has no active ability, it takes a little while to clear. So there's a couple times Ricky and company will Ricky died. Yes, Ricky died. There's a cut. I blinked behind Bill and just killed him. So there's a couple times where Ricky will appear and then die because he'll have no health. So I got the Sobe mask. I did get Infernal and Blink. So there was a lot of wood buildup. I was saving up. The Infernal is ridiculously strong. It used to do chaos damage, so it has been nerfed. But these towers have heavy armor, so once you get them, they'll knock down the towers quite quickly. HKS comes back to kill this. Now I think at this point I just dump everything into Carrion Swarm until it's maxed out. So the Infernals are still spell immune. Ricky is French. I'm not really sure where he's going. But the knight will end up killing the Infernal. I was micromanaging the Infernal, making sure to punch Ricky, and I like completely missed that Bill was here. Which meant that Bill got the coins because I thought he was attacking me. When really Bill just wanted to get the fuck out of there. Nah, he took Windwalk, and at this stage I have no way of dealing with it. Oh, I did rightly guess that he was there though. I didn't see him. I just blindly, because I didn't see him up north, but I thought it lasted shorter than it really did. So Bill comes down here to save HKS from himself. HKS is already invested into his spell shield. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, right. I think I wanted to go into mid lane or something. I wasn't sure what I was doing. I also might not have been paying attention again. That happens a lot in this. So Bill comes back. And then Bill runs away. There's a lot of birds attacking me. But I don't think I saw Bill there, so I just pushed the wave again and left. Ricky is getting harassed a lot. The Aragon Crocodile trade is keeping her brother down. HKS dumping into True Shot Aura and Endurance Aura. So not really much killing power on him. Emu is leveling up Critical Strike and Cold Arrows. Zilla doesn't have any auras yet. However, he did get a Gem of True Seeing. Mostly because Ricky is French. I was waiting down here to see if Ricky would come up to try to finish off Zilla again, but that didn't happen. Bill still has no health. Not a very healthy emu. So we're pushing pretty hard now. But top lane is not really pushing that much. I like how, because of the you know, I don't know. It's showing that towers are still on the mini-map and they're not. Ricky still doesn't have upgrade parity, but I do not think that we are pooling much at all at this stage. So our upgrades are a little slow, plus I won those Sobe masks. Once I get those up, then I can start spamming a little bit more. Ricky is still ahead though. Chain lightning is not really that good for pushing, but it's very useful later on. So mostly at this point I'm hunting Frenchmen. But I believe at this stage Ricky... Oh, I don't even have I don't have a Gem of True Sight. So Ricky kind of like disappears. And I thought he ran or something. I didn't realize he had Windwalk. I thought he had Blink. So I was looking all over the place for him. So is Q. Nobody has any idea where he went. Can't even click on the model. Holy shit. Warcraft 3 Refunded is really fucked up. So I think at this stage the creep upgrades are a little bit ahead of ours in terms of the spawns, but our abilities and raw upgrades are higher. TGS is trying to kill some more crabs. Not really a lot of pushing strength other than Ricky in their waves. And the auras from HKS, which requires him to be in the waves. Whereas our group has... Well, Zilla will eventually get auras at some point, but he has slow burn right now, which does push a little bit. So let me get this right. Ricky sucks off Zilla, and then Zilla sucks off Ricky. Well, that's a little lewd. Zilla runs away. HKS punching a Murloc. Bill slowly pushing. At this stage, I wasn't pushing too much. I was hunting. Hunting for wily Frenchmen. That missed. At this stage, I had a gem of true sight. I think it was actually I got it because of Bill. I didn't realize Ricky had it at this stage until... Yeah. Ricky went down to the leather club. HKS, still killing creeps. Not able to kill any of the big camps. Of course, the big thing you have to worry at about this stage in the game is a lot of people may stop pooling and start buying tomes instead. And well, that can kind of screw over their team. If it goes into late game, tome spam will become an issue, especially for me since I'm a caster. Meanwhile, Bill's gonna die. No! Mid lane pushes into the base. They have 2 armor now. Ricky lives for now. At this stage, I started suspecting that because I hadn't seen HKS too much in the game, he was probably clearing minions. And I also take a spell reflect thing here because I expected to be getting hit with Stormbolt. I wasn't sure what HKS was doing because I had basically never seen him. The Stormbolt is actually not really that, or the spell reflect is not really that valuable in this, it turns out. I don't think any of them have targeted spells at all at the moment anyways. So I started carrying these out. Mostly to deny. I think there's going to be actually one point I'm going to attack and destroy a Flute of Accuracy when I could have just picked it up and sold it because my inventory was full. But I attacked and destroyed it instead. So HKS is going to come down here. I cleared out stuff. I picked up the Linehorn of Stormwind. That's only 1 armor, so it's kind of crappy. But... HKS sees that nothing is there. HKS finds an Infernal. The Infernal carries on its merry way. Zilla arrives. HKS is dying to the Infernal. So Bill rushes to his rescue. Meanwhile, Ricky Honejasi is French. And dies. They've almost defeated the Infernal. Zilla arrives. But Zilla's not able to save the Infernal. He does, however, get some bong water onto the emu's face. Zilla now has no mana. He's all out of the big think. And his shit just got absorbed by HKS's spell shield. Also, that completely missed. Also, Divine Shield lasted for like 1 second. Because I thought they were going to attack. Oh, that almost bounced onto HKS, although I probably wouldn't have killed him. So they got away. Zilla gets a little slurping before they get Ricky is alive again. Not really a lot of opportunity from pushing here, but could get some damage on their base. Meanwhile, Q is in the middle. Top lane's also getting pushed in. So the upgrade deficit's actually kind of hurting them a lot. So I thought Ricky was going to do something, but it turns out he wants to die to Zilla instead. There was some back and forth licking going on there. Zilla kind of confused about what to do, so I try to save him from himself. But at this stage, there are now 3 people attacking me. And I was like, well, they don't really do that much damage, but I also have no mana. I contemplated what to do, and I thought, well, I guess Divine Shield will work. So it seems like I'm cornered because I have no mana. But then... I actually bought a Sapper too, I think. I accidentally bought a Sapper first. I almost screeched because I thought I ran out of money. I know I clicked on this Sapper. I don't think I bought it because I didn't see it unless he killed it. So... every one of their member of their team almost dies. Whereas Zilla escaped and I escaped. So I'm trying to click on the gem, but the Zeppelin was in the way. I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I think I was just gonna go from lane to lane, clearing them. I finally exceeded Ricky in creep kills, but I'm not really aggressively farming the waves. Also, I had no mana at the moment. Ricky upgrades Slurp. Grabs a couple of upgrades. Okay, one upgrade, not really a couple. HKS gives chase, hobbled by the siege tank. Oh! So HKS doesn't seem to have critical strike or bash. So the attack speed's not helping him too much at the moment. Some dickery. Everybody takes a nap. So I believe the Dispel Magic does damage Infernals. I didn't want to drop there because I knew these pieces of shit would attack me. I also wasn't sure where they went. It turns out they ran away. HKS begins his master plan. He's gonna buy all the tomes. Yep, that's precisely what he did. Meanwhile, Ricky just didn't get the memo and just was instantly killed. He just... So, I thought that HKS went over here. I expected him to actually be fighting the Hydras, but I also didn't know what kind of ability he was doing. He would have died if he fought the Hydras. So, I found the Hydras, and I noticed the tomes were on cooldown, and I was like, huh. Yeah, I'm going to start buying tomes now just to deny them from the enemy team. Because all these maps turn into someone stacking tomes, nobody realizing it, and then someone having like 99% fucking damage reduction an hour into the game, and 3,000 health. And I knew it was HKS because Ricky has French, and I was checking Bill's stats and they weren't really going up. Bill is the one who had won it though because of critical strike. The stat increases don't really help HKS, at least yet. So I decided to take the opportunity to clear out the camps. I believe this is where I attacked and destroyed the Flute of Accuracy. Would have been 200 gold, but like 200 gold wasn't even that much for me at that point. I couldn't be asked to flip around my inventory, especially when people could be windwalking around and might just steal something if I drop it. So I was like, well, HKS will get these turtles if I don't kill them. So I will kill them. I was right, HKS was after the turtles. So between Bill and Ricky, the waves are kind of oppressive for Zilla to get into. But he does have some health, and he did get the Rune Bracers for magic resist and his own spell shield. He is going to kind of start falling off at this point. But Soul Burn will always be really useful in a team fight setup. So I felt more pressured that I had to do pushing around this point. Ricky runs away. Zilla collects some weed money. Our waves are still pushing them in. Our waves are still pushing them in. And that's because Ricky has not bought any upgrades, any weapon or armor upgrades. And now we're at 3-2 and 1-3, or 2-3 and 1-3 for melee and ranged. Meanwhile, an epic battle wages. Oh. I like how he just ignores Bill just to put ants on Ricky. Oh, Ricky. What the fuck is going on? Meanwhile, I appeared. Oh, they Bill destroyed my plane. And Bill makes an escape. Bill does have the rune bracers, so my damage against him is not really that high. Ricky, on the other hand, remains a very easy target. Also, he runs really fast. Also, HKS appeared, and I was like, oh, HKS doesn't do any damage. I thought HKS had like crit or something, but it turned out he was doing basically nothing. And at that stage, I realized they killed my plane. I think Bill focused on it above everything else. So Bill got something. Might have been Stormbolt or something like that. I don't know. If it was Stormbolt, he didn't have the cooldown back up. I just left at that stage. Bill was too fat for me to finish off. Meanwhile, we are pushing their face in, even though I'm pretty sure they're spawning more units right now. Just the raw damage reduction, plus the spell upgrades is really helping. That said, we don't have any longevity in our players to actually push down their base right now. Oh. Q made an effort. Q made an effort, but he also doesn't do that much damage. It's the acid bomb that does some damage. HKS slowly dying. Oh. He could have gone in. I think he realized he didn't have enough mana for acid bomb, though. Man, this wave is still pushing. At this stage, I wanted to either murder Bill or murder HKS, but HKS wisely ran away. These guys didn't drop anything. I was disappointed. Oof! Oh! Oof! So the base is getting pushed pretty hard right now. That upgrade advantage is just fucking them over so badly. Their waves can never leave their base. Once they leave the towers, they just get annihilated by the sheer difference in stats. Now, since I haven't upgraded the Infernals because I've been investing in leveling up my other spells, they don't do chaos damage anymore. It's pretty hard to actually destroy the buildings with them. Ha! 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 Oh! Did Bill try to kill him? I thought I heard him attack. So we're trying to destroy this building. The problem is neither of us do any damage. I was like, yeah, I'm out of there. I really expected to get hit with Stormbolt and sleep a lot, but it wasn't really happening. I think Bill might have Stormbolt, though. He has something. Something that I was reflecting, but I wasn't sure what it was. Ricky returns to life again. Shit's on fire. Ricky contemplates. What will Ricky do now that he is French again? 2 Sobi masks is not enough to restore my mana at any acceptable rate. Oh! Ooh! Oh! Problem is, I can't kill him. And I don't have any mana now. And all the minions are going to attack their minions, and, well, not much I can do at that point. Bill arrives. Oh, he does have critical strike. Maybe he took Brawler. No, he was always leveling critical strike. I just completely forgot about that. Man, I remember when we first started playing this and it was just all berserk spam. Because of how broken it was. Bill gives chase. But this time, I'm just gone. He doesn't even have any Asobi masks, so his mana regen is even shittier than mine is. They are just permanently fucking pushed. They cannot do anything about the upgrade disadvantage. But we haven't actually killed any buildings yet. So all it's really doing is just making their farming a little safer. Ricky bought some peasants to repair some buildings. I was curious if it actually costed money to repair those. Apparently not. Apparently the cost of the buildings is still really low, so the repair cost is very low too. It's not even really moving as gold at all. HKS bought Unholy Aura level 1. Bill's got some attack speed now and some claws of attack plus 12. But Bill and HKS are both not very high in creep kills. Bill is actually over half of Ricky, but their farm is not amazingly high, so buying the really expensive items are difficult. Meanwhile, we came down there to grab the... I think, well, Zilla was grabbing tomes at some point. I was trying to grab tomes whenever I could. But, yeah. Bill and an HKS really need the money to buy stuff like Wirt's leg or whatever the fuck it is. Wirt's third leg that Blizzard censored because LMAO sensitivity training or some shit. And they're giving all that money to Ricky now. So Ricky finally started buying upgrades. Someone probably told him, or otherwise he realized, that one of the reasons why they haven't been able to push out their base is because they're getting annihilated on upgrades. Wow, they didn't actually kill the headhunters. They're kind of fat now. Yeah, I wasn't leveling Infernals for a long time. I think I was actually, at some point, I was just sitting on money. Like a huge stash of money. Because I was trying to debate what I was going to spend it on. I can't chase. I don't have any CC, so... At some point I decided I was going to buy a Stormbolt. But I wanted to get my Infernals leveled up first. Meanwhile, Q ambushed Bill and murdered him. Since I hadn't been buying tomes, at this stage my base attacks were actually dangerous enough to kill Ricky. But I also knew that other people would come. So I wasn't like actually going to be able to finish him off. I didn't have any killing power. I stole all the coins up from under Ricky before I left, though. Q got a pennant of mana. Ricky walks in and gets stunned. HKS is almost maxed out True Shot Aura. The combination of HKS and Bill could make Bill do some damage. But Bill his base damage is not very high. Meanwhile, I was making sure to buy the tomes every chance I got to. That's one of the reasons why I was saving gold, was so I could buy tomes and buy upgrades. Because, yeah, I didn't want anybody else getting the tomes with someone on our side. All of our upgrades are maxed out now, 3-3. They're at 1-1. But Ricky's catching up. That hit Bill, but it didn't do any damage because of the shield. Meanwhile... just stunned and then silenced. Ymir couldn't do anything. We just walked in and plucked all of his feathers. Q found some turtles. He threw something at the turtles. Ricky Honejasi appears. Oh, the chase is on, but he's too fast. It's okay though. Ricky's coming back. I'm not sure what Ricky was planning. Ricky had some kind of strategy in mind. Maybe he just really wanted to say hi again. So Zilla got level 2 Infernal long before I did. Zilla was also grabbing tomes whenever he went over there. I had no mana again, so there's like nothing I could do. I kept expecting to take huge amounts of damage. But these two were like... Well, Bill was building damage, kind of, but HKS was like full-on support. There really wasn't a lot of killing power between the two of them. I was expecting them to eventually get Sleeper stunned, though. So I didn't want to get caught by that. I hadn't died yet. Or maybe I did die. I will die at some point inside their base. Bill is now actively feeding as much money as he can. HKS is not feeding money, though. HKS is saving his money for something. I did not move very fast. I actually really wanted to get the engineering upgrade skill, but I ended up taking Stormbolt instead. Brilliant Sora might have been nice too, but Ricky. Oh, I saw Ricky after I started attacking the turtles, and I was like, ah, well, I didn't really have the mana to do anything. I think Q might have Bash or something. I'm not sure. I think I saw somebody get Bash in this game. Ricky is... Ricky is dead. So, my base damage wasn't too bad. Meanwhile, Zilla died to Bill and HKS. And the silence is not really that useful against them. Unless you're chasing. So, oh, I think at this stage I decided I was going to buy some items. I was investing a lot less money into upgrades at this point. But they will catch up on upgrades very soon. And then they will actually start pushing us. And I got a little bit worried when I kept seeing their waves in here because they did have auras. And they did have wave clear. I mean, it's French, but Ricky is very persistent in being French. And we didn't have a lot of wave clear at all. I basically had like 2 supports on my team. Q did some single target damage, but I think that was the just the windwalk damage. And the only real damage that he was doing was with acid bomb. So I was getting kind of conscious about that. Also, we weren't like I was making some money, but I wasn't really camping the waves a lot. So if it turned out like our building started dying, we definitely stood at a chance to lose very quickly. And I forgot what I was doing here. I think I was waiting for my cooldown. I was debating if I wanted to go to the bottom wave or not. But they both have full health and they both run away from the wave. So I guess the HKS wanted to shop, but they didn't want to fight me because I wasn't on the map. So I buy the Frost Ram Skull. Yeah, it gives magic resistance. I actually thought it gave the Spell Reflect too, but it doesn't. But it's still better than the Devotion Aura for me. So I picked up another flute or something and I sold it. Wouldn't have been a bad item, but I think Q already had one. And I didn't really need the damage off of it. I've been spamming tomes a fair bit at this stage, but mostly the main benefit of it is the extra mana regeneration. The tankiness helps, but it's not really helping my stats at the moment because I'm not being that aggressive about it. If I saw Zilla go over there, I'd let him take it over me. So Zilla's strength is higher, evidently, and his dex is a lot higher. I thought Zilla might die to the creeps here. And yeah, now they're pushing. So Ricky is finally getting level 3 upgrades. And Zilla did in fact die. They just kind of walked up and killed him after I left. HKS ended up buying that shield as well, so. But there's still not really a heck of a lot of damage. Bill is finally critting for over 200, but there's no like engineering upgrade, I don't think. So his base stat is still not very high, but Bill will keep scaling upwards, right? Like if you started buying tomes or got the orbs or the other stuff, his damage will be higher and higher. I was still squishy enough I had to be worried about wave damage. But I could basically duel any one of these people up front without even using many spells. My base damage was as high or comparatively as high as theirs, and I had Divine Shield. So I basically could just stand there and tank them and just not care. Even better if I had minions with me. Yeah, I went for HKS, but I actually could have probably killed Bill instead. I think all my shit was on cooldown. I think Carrion Swarm was like 200 mana at this point, so finishing off anybody was kind of hard. But as you can see at this stage, my kills are going to start going up. We'll start more aggressively killing waves because they're in our base now. Ricky buys the last upgrade for level 3. HKS gets Blink. And Bill gets Diffusion Flare. So Diffusion Flare is a line trace skill shot that burns mana and I think does damage to Infernals. It might do damage to Infernals, I'm not sure. It's kind of slow moving, but it's not a bad ability. Bill is hoping to use it to burn my mana and prevent me from nuking them and also have some kind of killing power, I imagine, but he has to actually hit it. So Ricky is, I'm not really sure what Ricky's doing a lot of the time. He's like running into our base, being very French. Q is very focused on Ricky. Nobody on their team has a Gem of True Sight. Oh shit! Somebody used Farsight. Who the fuck has Farsight? Is that what that was, or was that Dispel? Oh, that might have been Dispel. Does Dispel work on Windwalk? Ricky has so many wands of negation. So there was a bunch of people in the middle. They were hoping to do something, I guess. But Ricky has like no health. No health and no mana. What the hell was that? I don't know what that was. There goes a lot of mana. So they pretty much all get away. I don't know if Q manages to kill Bill or not. But man, he really wants to. I'm not very quick though. Yeah, I burned all the mana I had and I was like, oh, you got that spell. There we go. Ambush damage. Meanwhile, we're still pushing hard into their base. Of course, Carrion Swarm and Shockwave just clears like half the wave if you put it right. At this stage, I was getting tired of people escaping from me. And I think I will buy Stormbolt fairly soon. My Infernals are still level 1. I wasn't using Infernal that aggressively to push the waves. I was mostly using it for the stun And for spot wave clear and stuff like that. I could have been more aggressive with it. Meanwhile, Ricky is Q was asleep on the job. Ricky is I don't know what he is doing. Something. HKS runs away bravely. Yeah, their upgrades were definitely higher than ours at this stage, I think. I don't think we had many level 3s at all in this game. Mostly because, well, I didn't really feel like we needed it. At this stage, what we really needed was to be able to kill 2 of their members and then have a concentrated push. But there was like no actual organization at all. People just did whatever, nobody said anything because I wasn't on voice chat, so I just was like, well, I'll just see what my allies are doing, wait until someone tries to gank them and then counter gank. Except I still didn't really have any killing power, at least until I got Stormbolt. Plus, a lot of them have Spell Shield now, and Chain Lightning wasn't that effective against them. Somehow Bill sees me. Did Bill have Farsight? Or did he just otherwise know I was up there? I'm not sure. But they somehow knew I was up there. Yeah, level 1 Infernal died pretty quick. But Q was there, so... Oh, that sucked a lot of my mana. But all that really does is just prevent me from killing him. It did save HKS, because I was probably going to kill HKS. But I was fat enough at this point, I didn't really need to matter. And the little orb damage kind of helped my base attack at this stage. Just add a little bit of extra damage.
Our hero has fallen.
Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, maybe that was Zilla's thing that he spell shielded. The arrow did like no damage. I thought that was going to be a windwalk arrow. So HKS is like attacking me and I'm like, you do no damage. Why are you attacking me? She's just trying to do something. But Zilla's getting a little aggressive here. The cold arrows will stop him from escaping. And he's dead. Yeah, you gotta mind the cold arrows. So I was like, I'll just leave. There's nothing more I can do anyways. I'm not sure what Bill is doing. What? Is Bill making the demolishers kill the trees? Bill? What kind of bullshit are you doing? This is cheesy, Bill. You can't do that, Bill. Once a tree is taken, it can never be given back. So, back to Frenchly ordeals. I'm not sure what it is that Q's casting that is eating the spell shield. But, no one, no one's, no one has any detection. I think Q could have gone for that fight. He went for the fight afterwards, I guess, and then died. I remember being confused about that. Meanwhile, in top lane, they're still getting their shit pushed in, even though I'm pretty sure their upgrades are higher. Ricky appeared. Oh, his Divine Shield is AoE. There was an Emu. Emu used something. It might have been Stormbolt. And I was like, oh, there's 2 of them. I guess I'll leave. I think HKS has been able to steal some tomes. Yeah, I think so. He's getting kind of fat. I saw Zilla was taking tomes at some point, so I wasn't being as aggressive about them, and I think I noticed that he wasn't really sitting on the tomes that much. I needed to sit on them more, so a little more aggressive about sitting on those tomes. So the Pzans come down to repair. Yeah, it literally costs like no gold to repair. Ricky's actually making money, or he was. Yeah, he's making money. Goes up to 103. It'll go up to 104. Yeah, 105. Yeah, he makes money repairing with 2 peasants on a barracks. I think the cost in this maybe should be adjusted. Because those buildings probably are using the default vanilla cost still. So, yeah, I was definitely being more aggressive about taking that stuff. Meanwhile, I think TGS is going to buy an orb. Everybody is at level cap now, so...
Our forces are under attack.
Oh. Ricky escapes. Oh! Ricky has a lot of money. But Ricky does not buy any tiny barracks. Oh, there's Knight level 3 and Footman level 3. Oh, Ricky stopped, and that prevented him from getting hit by that. I do not know why Ricky insists on attacking me. I either Divine Shield his shit, or I just take no damage from it anyways. He does, however, make up with all the coins.
Our allies' town is under siege.
HKS appears, and I was like, "You're too fat." And HKS is like, "I want to chase." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well then, I guess we'll fight." I was like, "Oh, okay." Ricky appeared and did like no damage. Oh, and then Bill appeared. I was like, well, I could probably fight Bill, but HKS will eventually come back. Bill can't do anything. It's so dumb. I was like, oh, I guess I'll leave then. Oh, they got pretty close to killing me. If my Infernal was higher level, probably would have killed Bill there. But it was still level 1. I think at this stage I started, yeah, I was starting to dump all my money into lumber and I was leveling up Divine Shield. But I always saved some lumber for the tombs. I wasn't really sure what everyone else was doing. Zilla was dead. Wasn't he? Did Zilla die? No, he's alive. Zilla doesn't... I thought Zilla bought auras. It must have been Q buying auras. And I got mistaken. I remembered Zilla buying auras, but... Oh, there you are. Bill did get Stormbolt, but only now. He had something else he was using. So, of course, the shield doesn't protect against AoE spells. All I really have to do is just poke with Carrion Swarm until they low enough they want to run away. Meanwhile, Ricky died. It's hard to see what's going on in this map. I can't see Zilla's fucking icon on the map at all. It's this little white thing that blends into the terrain at some point. What the fuck is with his walking speed? Zilla really wants Bill. Oh. Oh. Ah! Oof. Zilla very, very slowly walks away. Oh shit. Oh shit, but there's so many minions. Zilla escapes. Oh, Zilla died. He came back in and he died!
I'm waiting.
Ricky reappears. Bill really wanted me. He got me. And then Ricky just blows everything up. I really wanted this building, but then I realized I don't do any damage. Then there was Q. I contemplated fighting it. HKS is stuck on the ledge. He actually got pretty close to destroying it. I thought he did most of that damage in one hit. I was like, oh, holy shit, he's actually doing damage now. He wants it so bad! I was gonna run. I thought these were Alliance at first. So stupid. So I just go back to what I was doing. And Ricky's back. I do a little circuit around the building, contemplating. And I was like, oh, they're both over there. I guess I'll leave. Oh, Bill was looking for me. Meanwhile, oh yeah, what happened up here is Ricky came up here. No, yeah, so this, I believe that Ricky has been coming up there and bombing that barracks with shockwave every now and then. Some of the minions might have done some damage to it, but I remember seeing him sneak up here. Oh yeah, and then I was asked, this is when I asked him if they were the ones buying the tombs. So it was like Zilla's buying it, I was like, okay. Because we didn't want any of them getting them. If Bill started feeding on those a lot, yeah, that's what he really was concerned about. But I think it was HKS stealing them early on exclusively, so... Ricky gets blank. Ricky has a strategy. They're slowly losing. All it's going to take is a couple of wrong deaths at the wrong point and allow Zilla or me some time on their building with our Infernals. We can pretty much solo a chunk of their base. Mine's only level 1, but... Ricky just comes back! I guess I still didn't have Stormbolt. No! Didn't really need it, I guess. So I was down there. These two are down here. I wasn't really worried about them pushing. I figured Q alone is enough to deal with it. Because they don't do hardly any damage. And Q has Acid Bomb. But Q's wave clear is actually not really that amazing. Also, he's gonna die to the minions. The minions killed him. He's not very tanky. But we took out the barracks up top. And I figured, well, that'll put some money in out of their bank at least. What the fuck is going on? I went down there and wiped my ass with HKS. As Zilla... Well, he's taking the scenic route. Get the gold, get the gold. Yep, yeah. Man, life drain is really bad. At least it is damage. So we took out 2 of their buildings now. Now you want to put... Can you infernalize peasants? No mayo. I think Zilla's gonna go on a mission to infernalize peasants. I really wanted to kill his peasants. I thought they were more expensive than they were. I ended up buying some myself, actually. And I think they're only like 75, so... Oh, he's coming. Zilla's coming. Secret Operation Weed is en route. Oh, he's gonna cut right through the castle. Can you do it? Can you do it? No. Yes! HK said something in vent. Oh shit! Bill knows what the Zeppelin is! He's going for it! Everybody converges in the fucking Zeppelin! Ricky runs down there to see what's going on. Now, I died at some point. I'm pretty sure I died once at this stage. I died on the bottom lane, I think. Or maybe in the mid. I died once in the bottom lane and once in the mid lane. One of them was chasing Bill. And the other I don't remember. I think I died for Ricky at some point. You can see I'm watching the top. Wondering if I should go for Ricky or not. But I didn't really want to fight all three of them at once because I knew eventually they were going to get CC. And there was enough mana burn with Bill and Ricky that there was a chance I'd be drained of mana and be unable to get away. I came down bottom lane. I gave HKS a little love tap. Oh, there's the Storm Bolt. Yeah! And there's all my mana too. Ooh, dodge that. Got a lot of minions. They do decent damage. And I was like, huh, HKS is fatter than I thought he would be. I think at this stage I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna die. Yeah, I died. That was my first death. And that's because HKS bought the God Orb. And he did actually get some tomes earlier in the game. So he has at 1900 health. And I think I was around 2100 or something. So... Also, everybody has magic resist and has had magic resist for a while. That's the problem when you take spells, is they're really good for killing the creeps early on. And very good for killing creeps later on. But once they pick up some health SDR tomes and the magic resist items, you just stop scaling, right? So... That's like, well, I guess I'll just keep buying tomes and just get fat enough that I can just face tank them and then whittle them down slowly. The int tomes were very nice to have because more mana regeneration means I can just keep stacking spells on people and kill them eventually. Meanwhile, Ricky is conducting some tactics. Ricky's secret French tactics. Very French. Almost died for it. Almost died. Almost died for it. Did some damage. Meanwhile, that What is with shamans in this map? They will just break. HKS finally starts getting critical strike. I think because Bill maxed it out. So at this stage, I decided to pull a Ricky, and I got my own peasants to repair the buildings, which I discovered was basically free. Because my gold really didn't... I thought it would be really expensive, but it wasn't. So I figured, well, I saw Ricky on the bottom lane on the minimap, and I was like, I bet Ricky comes down to try to cheese the bottom lane too. I was like, all right, so we're going to ambush Ricky. So I saw he wasn't there yet, and I was going to go up so I wouldn't be in sight. And I'd wait for Ricky to run up, which is precisely what happens. Meanwhile, in top lane, Bill cannot duel Zilla at this stage. Zilla's a little bit of sustain because of the Mask of Death and his fatness. Plus, Bill not really doing technically hardly any damage at all to him. With the 26 armor. Yeah. There is some stuns, though. Bill trying to micromanage his way around. Zilla really wants him. Really wants to smoke that emu. Meanwhile, wipe my ass with HKS. I think, yeah, with the assistance of Q. Zilla's fucking emu duel. Zilla really wants Bill, but he just can't get him. Ricky bought a barracks back, and it's about to go bye-bye. Oh, I'm not even at 2100 yet. Yeah, I was letting Zilla get the tomes at this stage. I'll buy them at some point. Uh-oh. Bill has come back with health. He may be rapidly losing the health. But he's gonna get... Oh! Kill stolen! Kill stolen! Oh! Bill just got Frenched. He worked so hard for that kill. And Ricky just walked up and just shat all over Zilla right as Bill was about to close the toilet lid. God damn. Ricky is just so French. The Infernal. Oh. Zilla still wants the peasants. I don't think there are any peasants alive, though. I think HKS gave up on tomes. He's just saving for Orabs instead. Meanwhile, Bill is still trying to keep Ricky's bank from crashing. I contemplated fighting him, and I thought, well, HKS is fat enough that I probably can't solo him without him just running away. It's actually kind of a waste of mana to fight him when you think of it that way. So I was just going to wait and get some cheap shots in and try to destroy their wave as they come around the corner. Kind of like that. See, it doesn't even do that much damage. Once the wave is gone, though, he can't do anything. I don't know if I realized at this point that he was just gonna... I think I expected to do more damage. Because, yeah, I didn't realize he'd already bought magic resist and had that much health. It was Bill I was always watching because Bill was the one building crit. You know, I'm not really sure, but how many spellbreakers do they have? 1, 2. Oh, Ricky's gonna die. Or is he? Yeah, he's gonna die. I figured if you're gonna go to level 3 creeps, so you probably go to level 3 spellbreakers first. Because I'm noticing that the Alliance is not stealing very much in the way of Bloodlust. But it's also just the AI is not very good to begin with, right? It's just auto. Yeah, I think I started taking some tomes again. I noticed Ricky had rebought back all these buildings again. It's quite expensive to do that, even at this stage in the game. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, HKS is attempting to push this building. But he is slowly dying. Acid Bomb is not really doing that much damage. I wonder if it's maxed or not. -4. I just sit here and auto-attack Bill. I just ignore his mana thing. I have no mana as it is. I'm too fat for him. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No. No! Meanwhile, in Rickyville, I kind of wanted Ricky. But I was a little aloof of Bill when I had less than half health and no mana. But I really wanted Ricky. I really wanted Ricky, but I saw our lanes were dying and the buildings were on fire and... Oh, Q also bought a Peasant. So I sent in the Peasant to repair the barracks. Meanwhile, their top lane is still alive, just barely. I'm not sure what Ricky's doing. I thought he was trying to round them up. No, Zilla said lol for some reason, but I forget what it was. I think it was something I did, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think what kind of happens with the Spellbreakers is they end up stealing Spirit Link a lot, which is not really that valuable. Oh, yes! It's because I bought all the upgrades. I bought all the upgraded units. Because for one, they were all pushed inside their base, so the upgraded units were going to slow them down a lot. For two, we had just done a lot of damage to their top lane. I thought we had killed buildings, but we didn't. And I wanted to do a push on the bottom lane to have a split push. But... yeah... their top lane was stronger than I thought it was. HKS will actually start dealing some damage now. But no real wave clearing, just auras. So... Zilla was getting Endurance Aura. But he ended up going back top instead of staying with us in bottom. Which wasn't really that big of a deal. So it felt as long as I had Q with me that we could 2v3 if we needed to. Surely enough, Ricky appears. And then Ricky dies! Yeah, they're kind of in trouble now. HKS is pushing mid while we're beating the shit out of bottom. He probably doesn't realize how bad it is yet. I think he's gonna like teleport down and try to backdoor the wave. Yeah, that's what he's doing. So 3 of their buildings are gone just like that. I have level 2 Infernal now. HKS is actually going to the shop. I think he's getting his second orb. To be fair, there's not really a lot he can do at this point. They kind of need Ricky's wave clear for this. So he teleported back and Ricky revived. Zilla is still up top. Zilla has not successfully pushed anything up there. Oh, wow. That drained a lot of mana. That was a huge... that was like most of my existing mana was gone. But Q's kind of like hanging back. I really wanted Ricky. If Q had more commitment, we would have killed the both of them. But Q was afraid of the French. It was too cheesy for him. HKS like tried to tank the wave and then died. I just chain CC'd him. But killing the other buildings is kind of a different story. I was like, ooh, it's French. I really wanted the French. Oh. Bill's attacking Ricky, it looked like. Oh. I died. But I took Ricky with me. Meanwhile, Zilla has finally made it into the top lane. It's taking a long time, and there's oh yeah, I bought a bunch of birds for them too. So one of the reasons why Zilla is taking so long is actually because of me. I think Zilla will also buy them some birds. HKS now has 2 Orabs. HKS does more damage than Bill does. He is also kind of fat.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Oh. Really playing it low there. Meanwhile, there are some peasants. And the castle is under attack. I think Bill is trying to drag shit into the peasants. It's such a noble cause. Artificial Knight LeMayo. Oh no!
Our allies' town is under siege.
Bill tries so hard. Oh, Zilla got teleported out of the fountain. No! Meanwhile... No! Oh dear. HKS had 232 creep kills. I had 549. Ricky had 417. It was 15 kills, and I died twice. Zilla had 7 kills. Ricky had 5. Ricky somehow had 5 kills. I think a lot of them were probably Zilla early on. Lumber harvested 69. 69 on the gold mine too. Apparently made way more gold than Ricky. I'm not sure how that is. I don't think that it constitutes or stuff that you were traded. And it's not like his creep kills were so far behind mine that there should be that huge of a difference. It could be the hero kills, I guess. The hero kills really contributed a lot to that. Yeah, there's the resources traded. Zilla gave me a huge amount. Q gave me a little bit. Bill gave a lot more than anybody. Bill was pulling his heart out. Bill actually gave like almost twice as much as what Zilla gave. Each guest didn't give anything, and Q gave a tiny little bit. It says that Q gave 150 wood, but that's definitely not true. He didn't have 100. He didn't have 150 to give. Duration 0. How bizarre.